Welcome to Game Concise. This episode, we're going to take a look at some pocket games. These were popular in the 70s and 80s. This one in particular is a mini-mate called Lucky Ball. It's made by BlueBox in 1976 in Singapore. I did everything I could to find as much information about BlueBox mini-mates, and I could find next to nothing, so I can't really tell you much about its history or any little facts or anything like that. If you know or you own some of these, please comment and let me know what you own, or link me to something I can read and learn about these things, and maybe I can put it in the description. But this one, Lucky Ball, 1976. The idea here is pretty simple. You have the ball bearings here, you have a little scoreboard down here, and then you have the area where they're going to land when you launch them with this flipper. The idea is you shoot them up there and you try to get in every single one. There I got an 8 because they come down here. Hello there. There it is. And they hang out in the spot that they landed in. And so you try to fill this up. I don't know much about scoring since there's a 1 here, and a 2 here, and a 3 here, and a 3 here. So what's worth more or what's not, I couldn't really tell you, but I think it's just meant to be a fun little time waster. So that's Mini-Mate, Lucky Ball by BlueBox. Let's move on. This one here I'm particularly fond of. This is Secret Passage. This is a Tomy pocket game. I'm fond of this one because I had this when I was little. Not this exact specimen, but the same thing. It was a Tomy pocket game, Secret Passage. Mine was purple, and someone had peeled the sticker off of it, so it didn't have this on it, and you could just follow the ball as it fell. That kind of defeated the whole purpose. You're not really supposed to know where it ends up. But this is 1976 by Tomy, and it has the instructions on the back like most of these pocket games have. Now, this is a Tomy pocket game. They were licensed by like Milton Bradley and Tomy in the US and things like that, and called Pocketfuls. I think they were originally called Pocketeers, produced by Palatoy in, I think, 1975 and on in the UK. And they were all of them are based on the original Tomy pocket games. I think by 1982, when they stopped making all of the stuff completely, when they stopped making them, there were about 46 different ones available. So I think Milton Bradley and Coleco licensed them in America, and there you go. So this one here is pretty cool, though, because it just has some nostalgia factor for me since I owned it before. I think I traded some kid in like 2nd or 3rd grade something from, something for it. Anyway, you got the little ball bearings here. Most of these are going to rely on ball bearings. And the idea is pretty simple. You have a little roller here on the side, which will drop a ball down the little pachinko things, and you try to catch it in this cup and put it into this hole here, which will go into the score. If you miss, it goes into dead ball. The idea is to get them all. So, see if I can catch one. Oh, missed that one. Oh, missed that one too. Let's try again. All right, there we go. Boom. So there's 2 dead balls in a score. Now you can cheat the system like mine was when I was little, where the sticker was gone and you could follow it, or you can just hold it to one side and take all of the fun out of the game completely by catching them. Anyway, there you go. Tomy pocket game, Secret Passage. Great one. Moving on. This one is called Election. Don't ask me why it's called Election. I feel like it should be called Electron or something like that because of the atom that's on there. But this is Tomy pocket game, 1976, made in Hong Kong. You can see right there, Tomy pocket game. It's really hard to make that out. This one's cool because it has the timer on it. A lot of these old ones had the timers on it, and it just adds an element of fun. But you knock the balls up, same as you did in that first BlueBox weird one that I showed you, and you try to get them to land in all of these little spots before the timer runs out. And if the timer runs out, the bottom of that falls out, and you lose all of the points. So let's give it a. I've already wound it. Let's give it a try. I've never ever been able to get all of these. I usually get 2 or 3. Oh, come on now. 2, 3. Oh, there you go. So there you go. There's Election. 1976 Tomy pocket game. Moving on. This one's a bit newer. This is baseball. This one's really cool. I had a lot of fun with this one. It needs to sit at like a precise angle, which is like about right there. And as you can see, that puts a giant glare all over it. So I'm going to be having some difficulty playing this one. This was 1987 by Milton Bradley, but as you can see, it's still Tomy. The idea here is to play baseball. You've got all the different areas where you can hit the ball. This little lever here pitches, and when you release it, it swings. And then these sliders here are the little people that you put on the bases. And then you've got a roller here for the runs. Let's see if I can hit a few in there. We'll see how it goes. It takes a really good timing, and I'm holding it at a way higher angle than it needs to be at, so it doesn't have a glare. So it's extra difficult. Let's try it one more time. Oh, at least I hit it. Okay, so I got nothing, but that's okay. As you can see, it has little feet. And the exact angle it needs to be at to be perfect has the hugest, well, it's not so bad. Let's try it. See if I can at least get one run for the sake of doing it. All right, here we go. It's probably not focused very good. Let's try it. See, it's much slower. Oh. And still nothing. Okay, well, there you go. There's baseball. And that's a Milton Bradley Pocketful. 1982, is that what I said? 1987. All right, moving on. This is a Tomy Pocketeer. Now, this is, I think, a UK release. Oops. Don't really have a date on this one. It looks like it just says copyright Tomy. Made in Thailand. This one's pretty cool. It's a little dexterity game. You lay it flat on the surface, and then you've got, it's kind of like Labyrinth. You've got a little roller here, and you have to figure out how to manipulate this roller just right to get it all the way to the end without landing in any of these little X's that hold the ball. So you start here and you end here, and then I guess if you wanted to, you could go backward. But it's kind of like Labyrinth, except more difficult because you only have one roller control as opposed to, you know, an up and a down and a left and a right, like Labyrinth would have. Ooh, almost got it through there. And then, of course, you try to do it in as quick a time as you can. Ooh, that is real tricky, especially looking through the camera lens. And yeah, oh man, maybe one of these days I'll have a little marathon and see how fast I can do this. Probably won't be able to do it very quickly. Oh, see, there you go. I lose. Ended up in a white X there. Okay, there you go. That's a Pocketeer. I think this is a UK release. It's called Tremor. By Tomy. Moving on, this one is actually my favorite. I love this one because it's just kind of like, there's no scoring or anything like that. It's all just kind of like the honor system, but as you can see, it's fishing. It also has a timer on it, so let's wind this bad boy up. And this is 1976 by Tomy. Just fishing. You see, if you take a look at it there, you've got fish, and you've got boots, and you've got, let's call them snakes. Tomy pocket game, start and stop. And the idea here is that when you press start, all the fish are going to start moving around, and you try to catch the fish and avoid the boots. And I guess if you wanted to catch snakes, or maybe eels, you could catch them if you wanted to, or you could avoid them if you wanted to. It's really your call. There's a little nub on the end of the thing, and you just kind of guide them into the spot. I love this one. I spend a lot of time wasted playing this thing. Here we go. Oh shit, there you go. Okay, lesson learned here. It's really loud, and also if you hold it up and it starts spinning, you just catch everything. So you kind of got to play this one flat too. I should have known better. Stand by. Spread them out a little bit. Let's do it like this. Fish. Oh, I got a boot. Fish. Fish. Yeah. So what I get, 2 fish, a snake, and a boot. Not bad. So there you go. There's fishing. 1976, Tomy pocket game. And last but not least, this is kind of a bonus. I picked this crazy thing up. It's still new. It's a pinball game. Crazy dinosaurs on it. Look at that guy. Kind of reminds me of the dinosaurs attack thing. That's why I like it. 100 million years ago, dinosaurs. Hours of fun. They lied. So let's try this sucker. Let's open it up and see what it's all about. I picked it up really cheap. I think I paid $1 for it. Oh my god. Oh no, all its inherent value is gone. Let's see. Made in China by LightWay, 1992. Jaru Incorporated. Who knows? Jaru, what's that? A Florida company? Yeah, there you go. Jacksonville, Florida. It has a little peg. I think you put it in here to help it stand up. And there you go. You've got a little pinball game. Oh god, it's tremendously horrible. As you can see, it's also significantly bigger than a Pocketful. Well, yeah, that's pretty much a lot bigger. All right, let's try and play some pinball here without tearing our hair out. All right. This is so cheaply made and bad. I can't even... It's all scuffed. Look, it's new, and it's all scuffed up and ridiculous. All right. Okay, it's stuck in there. Well, that's the worst thing ever. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Like and subscribe, please.